Hi there, welcome back to my channel, Whispering Willow Oracle. Today we're going to be looking at your current energies, so your recent, past, present, and future. We're going to be using tarot and oracle decks to take a look at that. These messages are timeless, so please, whenever you come across this video, take the messages that resonate and leave what doesn't. Okay, I'd like to thank my angels, spirit guides, and beings of the highest white light for providing the collective, it's a lot, we'll take them, providing the collective with messages today. Thank you for providing the collective with clear messages today. Okay, so I think here something is going to be illuminated for you right off the bat. Something potentially in your psyche and your subconscious, but I'm going to get some more information and clarifying cards here to determine what spirit means with this message. We have in your recent past Daughter of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, and then in your present we have the Star, and in your future we have the High Priestess in reverse. Thank you, angels, spirit guides, and beings of the highest white light for providing the collective. I'm going to take the Hierophant, because that is what I saw there. So there may be a message coming in here, a message or information coming in here highlighting some failures within an organization. This organization, it could be, you know, the institution you work for, could be a government institution, it could be a school. You keep kind of hearing something about a school. So it may be within a school board unit that you either work for or your children attend, or just in your community. You know, there might be something coming out regarding things that were maybe not public knowledge before. So yeah, I think this is going to end, this information coming out is going to end some conflicts here. But they may get, I'm getting that they may become worse before they end. So like a curative crisis. Oftentimes when physical illnesses, even behavioral disturbances, sometimes when we are trying to bring those things to an end, so we're trying to treat them, especially if the treatment is effective, we'll have what is called so it's kind of almost like an extinction event. So it's like a last push to try and salvage this behavior, or like, you know, with a virus or something, it's trying to survive, so it gives one last push and then it's over. So it's kind of like, what I'm seeing here is this enlightenment that is occurring, or this exposure that is happening around this organization, around this institution. And I mean, a marriage can even be considered an institution, so this could apply even if it's on a micro scale, so more personal in your life. I am kind of getting though that this may be applying to something broader, something bigger within society. Yeah, like a school board, an organization that affects a lot of people. So government, school board, organization, institution. There's information being exposed, and it is going to end conflicts, but I see here the conflicts might get worse before they get better. Okay, so that's the message here. Okay, I'm going to pull some, yeah, there's going to be, out of this, there's, even though it's great to have information, and it's better to have information than to be ignorant, of course. However, once you have information, you have a responsibility to do something with it, right? And that can be difficult. So I'm seeing here that there could be difficult decisions coming up for either administrators involved, people in this organization, or people within the community. Could be involving you, but this feels like a broader reading, like a bigger reading summer. So it could be that this is coming out between now and summer, or that this conflict will be resolved. But it says bask in joy and light. And so I think here the light that is coming down and exposing this, it's like light and exposure is what will cure this. Light and exposure, the truth will come out, and the truth being revealed and exposed is exactly what this situation needs in order to be healed and in order to be cured. It's like something is being cured, and light is the cure. Exposure is the cure. It's the beginning to a solution. It's the only way that this can really be brought to justice, I think. I think there's definitely going to be more secrets exposed than what you can even imagine. There's much more going on. Shaman, trust in higher forces. I think here also, you know, the owl to me speaks of death, and not necessarily a physical death, not a death of the physical body here, and that's not what I'm getting. It's more of a termination or a culmination of processes, a termination of an era, of a cycle. And it's this trust in higher forces. I think that actually might be what is coming to an end here, is this unfiltered and what is that word? Kind of like when you blindly have faith in or trust in someone else or in a process, people can get away with a lot in the background, right? Like an organization, all it is people. It's just an organization of humans, an organization of resources. And so how those resources are used are determined by those in charge of the organization. They're a steward of those resources to be used in appropriate ways. And I think here it's actually the death of the trust in these higher forces. So kind of like the trust of the administrators, or the trust of the people who make decisions or who are responsible for decisions, they're being seen as valuable. Like they can make mistakes, and not only that, they can maybe even make criminal mistakes, right? They can make mistakes that have huge consequences for broader society and for people. For the people who rely on their services, for the people who rely on, it could be their tax dollars or their donations being used in an appropriate way, right? Like if you're donating to a charity, you're donating because you think that money is going to be used in a way that benefits maybe those who are less fortunate, those who are ill, those who are suffering, right? That's what charity is about. And then sometimes, and I don't know if this is about a charity or government or whatever, I'm just using this as an example, but sometimes those funds can be misappropriated because the people who are in charge of these organizations are not gods, they're not angels, they're human beings. And human beings can be tempted, even if they start out an endeavor with the best intentions, sometimes they can be corrupted. And I think that's what's happening here, is corruption is being exposed, and trust in the higher power, the higher powers being the people who are in charge of these organizations, is dead. And they might actually be voted out, they might be fired, they may resign or step down in some way and be replaced. But I think now, because that trust is dead, there's going to be a lot more oversight going forward. This is an interesting message here. It's not for like an individual, more it's for society, professional assistance. Yeah, so there might be lawyers, there might be groups of people, like people who specialize in auditing. Oh yeah, could be like auditing situation. I think here there's going to be evidence found leading to this organization or this institution being responsible for something that happened. I'm not going to take that one. Thank you, angels, spirit guides, and beings of the highest white light, providing the collective with clarity in this message. That's so funny. Okay, this is the one that I put back and I was like, no, I'm not going to take that one. Of course it pops out because I was supposed to take it. Okay, so angels of the four directions. I was thinking this didn't really, I was like, nah, I'm not really feeling this with this message, but obviously it's meant for it. So angels of the four directions, I think that is just about how the fate of this organization is up for question. And right now, people don't really know what that's going to look like. I don't see that this organization will, it's too big to fail. You know, when they say like quote unquote too big to fail, I do not get that this is a private industry. I think this is more of like a public sector situation. So yeah, like government institutions, major players in you know, things that are like, this could even be an oversight body itself. But I see that right now it's very unclear what the future is, especially with this high priestess in reverse. Very, very, very difficult to say what will actually be the fate of this, because this information is like deadly to the entity. Like it's deadly to this, to the survival of this institution as it is now. So the way that this institution is now will not remain. It is going to end, and it's going to either change and survive, or it's not going to change and it's going to be ended. So whatever this is, there could be information, like this might be on a global scale or a national scale, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of news is coming out, or if this applies to, I mean, I do read the news, but I'm not that up on it. So if this is like, if this is ringing a bell to you about something that's going on in your local government or in your local town or in your national news or in international news, like please leave a comment, because I'm very curious to see if this is something that you're identifying with, that's happening locally or nationally for you. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this here. I think that was pretty clear. If you like the video, please give it a like and subscribe if you would like to see more. Hopefully I'll catch you in a future reading. Take care. Bye now.